811.
Do you realize how remarkable it is that Trump is president of the United States? Putting the usual political obstacles aside, which were considerable, do you realize that the FBI federal law enforcement resources, federal intelligence resources, the Obama White House, the Hillary campaign, and the DNC all conspired, if not directly, indirectly, to destroy this man, to destroy the people around him, to destroy his candidacy, to destroy his transition, to destroy his presidency? There is no justification whatsoever for spying on Trump-related individuals, even though they may not know each other, but that's the reason they were spying on this guy, Prince. There's no justification for that. 9 days before he's going to be sworn in as President of the United States, here you have Susan Rice, the head of the National Security Council. Unbelievable to me. Absolutely unbelievable to me. And then, of course, they had that January 5th meeting. It's all coming together. I'll put it together if nobody else will. You have that January 5th meeting, which is a meeting with the acting Attorney General of the United States, Yates, pushing for a broad-based investigation based on the Logan Act, which has never been used successfully and isn't even used at all anymore. They already went before the FISA court and withheld material information using the Hillary Clinton DNC dossier to get a warrant to spy on Carter Page. But they weren't interested in Carter Page. It was the back door to the Trump campaign. 2 weeks before the general election, 2 weeks they get a warrant because they want to take down this president. 9 days before he's inaugurated, they're still spying. On January 5th, 15 days before Trump's inaugurated, they have a meeting with Obama, Yates, Rice, Comey. And among other things, they want to conceal classified information from the incoming president and his staff. Especially Mike Flynn, Lieutenant General, 3-star General Mike Flynn, who they set up after the fact through the FBI to take him out. Because he rejected Obama's policies in so many respects when it came to his foreign policy. And he dared to be the first general to step up and endorse Trump. So they took him out. And they took out Sessions too. One day we'll get to the bottom of this. How the hell did it become known that Sessions had these scant meetings with Russians? He didn't even remember. How did they remember? And they take him out too. He's recused from all matters Russia. And then we have this guy Rosenstein. He's tight with Mueller. He's tight with Comey. I don't know the genius who decided to appoint him Deputy Attorney General. I'd sure as like hell to know who recommended that to the President of the United States. Because you know damn well Trump didn't know Rosenstein. So Rosenstein is in the catbird seat. And every damn thing Mueller wants to do and his Democrat prosecutors want to do, he rubber stamps. Comey's guy, Mueller. We know Comey's a leaker. We know McCabe, the deputy director of the FBI, now retired, leaker. We know from the inferences and the texts, the thousands and thousands of texts from Strzok and Page. What a lovely couple. The number one counterintelligence investigator for the FBI on the Hillary case and the Trump case. leaker. Leakers all. Hillary Clinton and the DNC pay for a dossier. Forget the word dossier. 35 pages of crap. The most vile language and thoughts and allegations you can imagine. Working with the Russians. Working with the Russians. There's your collusion. Oh, of course, we've talked about that. Winds up at the hands of the FBI. What's the FBI do with it? They go get a warrant. Under Comey. Under Lynch. Under Yates. Under McCabe. Under Stroke. Under Page. They go get a warrant. To spy on an opposition campaign. And they spy on this opposition campaign. Then they spy on the transition. Then they spy 9 days before the President of the United States is inaugurated. Absolutely incredible. I don't know how to put a finer point in this. I don't know what other language to use. It's as plain English can be. And the Praetorian Guard media, I've given them this nomenclature for a reason. Look up Praetorian Guards. You'll see what they are, or were. The Praetorian Guard media. Protecting the domestic political spying. Absolute disgrace. They're not upholding the First Amendment and free press. They're destroying the First Amendment and the free press. Never, repeat, never in American history. You can bring up Watergate. You can bring up whatever you want. Have we seen anything like this? Anything. It's appalling what's happening to this country. It's appalling that the Democrat Party has become so utterly and completely tyrannical. It is appalling that the press in this country is part of the Democrat Party's propaganda machine. It is appalling the unequal treatment of a Republican president versus a Democrat president. It is appalling that the FBI and the intelligence agencies can be used the way that they were used. Now we know they were used this way. Now we know they did these things. And still, they mock Trump. And still, we have Democrat prosecutors chasing Trump, chasing his family, looking for anything and everything they possibly can find. Meanwhile, Carter Page, the straw man that was used here as an excuse to get a FISA warrant. He's not been charged with a damn thing. He's been spied on for a year. They have his emails, they have his text messages, they have his cell phone calls, his landline calls. What do you think a FISA warrant is? And they haven't charged him with a damn thing. They haven't charged him with anything. This is why there needs to be another special counsel. Not because of the bureaucratic reasons Trey Gowdy says, well, I've counted 24 people who are outside the scope of the Inspector General over there at the Justice Department. That's not why there needs to be a special counsel. There needs to be a special counsel because we have rogue actors at the highest level at the FBI and who are dug in at the Justice Department. That's why there needs to be a special counsel. We need to take this government back. We need to take the FBI back. We need to take the Justice Department back. And you can't do that with an Inspector General investigation. You can't do it with an Inspector General investigation. If there was ever a justification for a special counsel, I cannot think of a more overwhelming case than this case. I mean, compared to the Mueller appointment. Russian collusion. That's not a crime. Well, Rosenstein says, well, we're going to do it anyway because he's a coward. He's a bureaucrat. And in my opinion, he's the Manchurian Deputy Attorney General of the United States. That's what he is. So see what's going on and keep rubber stamping it. This guy's a clown. An absolute clown. Just to get to the bottom of this, the American people have a right to know what took place in this election. And I want you to keep something else in mind. This is the same Obama administration, the same FBI, the same intelligence agencies, the same Attorney General, the same Director of the FBI, who spied on Netanyahu, who spied on members of Congress, on the Iran deal, who spied on Jewish organizations, who funneled money from the State Department to a non-profit so-called group in Israel to defeat Benjamin Netanyahu. This is the same FBI, the same Department of Justice, the same President of the United States, who spied on the Associated Press, who spied on James Rosen of Fox News, who spied on his parents. They're quite capable of this. And you bastards in the media sit on your fat asses attacking people like me who have the guts to point it out in spite of you. You clowns at CNN, you clowns at MSNBC, you clowns at the networks, you are disgusting. You're a disgrace. You're not journalists. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
All right. Quite a spirited hour, but necessary. Don't confuse passion with ranting. This is passion. Passion for my country and passion for justice.